Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the, I can't remember the number of the episode, as usual, of the episodes where I reply to all of the comments. And as you can see, there was one comment that said that once I get famous, and that I'll get famous, I'm not gonna do those videos anymore. So let me just address that quickly. I have ADHD, guys. Without conversing, sorry for that, without, this is my mug here, without actually conversing, or without having questions and without engaging with the comments, my mind wandered in as many directions as possible. And you have no idea how many directions are in my brain. So no, I love actually to talk and to engage with the comments, and this keeps me tethered, to the humanity around me. So let me explain more while actually getting into it and replying to the comments. So we're gonna do that right now. And as you can see, guys, wait, you can't actually see? Wait, you can see? No, I'm gonna change my camera. So my camera is gonna come up here, right? And I'm gonna bring it up like that. And I'm gonna save. Now you can see, yeah, you can see me quite well. And there are chats, yeah, that chat. And again, the chat of Twitch, guys, it's mostly artists who are trying to promote their work. And I'm gonna say something about that at the end. So just let's start as fast as possible with that was a month ago. So someone was commenting on my trash play. So yeah, I know he is saying trash play and short do not suggest. Well, yeah, okay, I know that I'm not the best player in League of Legends, so I haven't replied to that back then. And I'm not gonna reply actually to it right now. It's not because I hate someone telling me that I play I'm not playing in a trashy way. I'm playing bad. There is a difference. Playing in a trashy way means that I am intending to play in a trashy way. No, guys, I'm just not that good sometimes. So let's start with this. 9 days ago. Okay, so that was Palworld. Seems fun, and I wish it was cross-play compatible so I could join. LOL. So let's do that. Okay, and as usual, you know the drill. Hopefully, if you're watching that and you've watched me reply to comments before, then you know the drill. I'm just gonna get my headphones here, and as usual, no, why caps lock? Okay, replying to you in the. I need to know which number of the comments. Okay, I think we're in the 6th one, right? This is the 6th one. Okay, let me just check something here, guys. First, okay. I'm gonna go into content. What number was the last video? Wait, haven't I replied to comments since... Seriously? Okay, I upload a lot, I know. But I haven't replied to comments for so long? Seriously? Let's make it 50. Oh wow, okay, so this is 7th. Okay, so this is 6. Okay, so we're in the 7th then. Okay, special, right to you in the special episode number 7. Okay, special episode number 7, replying to comments. Okay, and I'm gonna get that Control C. All right, so we can have it. Okay. Yeah, all right. And now, yeah. Just sorry, I opened the thing here. Bro, Palworld is amazing actually. It's one of I might do, but I'm gonna continue playing Palworld for many more episodes until maybe I get to level 50 or 60 or something. There is still so much I believe in that game that. And all of that, it's just beta. I believe there is so much that can be done in it, and there is so much that can be done in it right now that I haven't done yet, and I believe it has an amazing future. Hopefully, so yeah, I might do a full long ranting video about all the experience that I can summarize about Palworld later. But for now, here is the quick. The quick 2 cents. Number 1, it's one of the best open world games I've played in, and I've played many. I've had my PS here, guys, and I've played Elden Ring on it twice and other many games. So yeah, number two, I don't think that if it was Nintendo behind it, that it could have been that good. There is something good about starting from scratch. Yeah, they stole a lot, of course, but starting from scratch and not being, if that was Nintendo behind that game, guys, there would have been so many expectations on it. But nah, when you are free from expectations and you are free to fail, if they failed, no one would have, batted an eye, or no one would have actually cared. That gave them freedom to do what they've done and to succeed as they have. So yeah, just gonna quickly summarize that. Yeah, palworld is so in summary. Okay, in summary, what I said is, yeah, palworld is amazing, and I do think there is a possibility be like that, yeah, for cross play in the future. I don't see any reason, even from a technical point of view, that it shouldn't have cross play. So it's just gonna be the economics, guys, okay? Because here is the thing, there is an amazing book. You see, that's what I'm saying about. Please ask me in comments and keep me engaged. There is a great book that I've read 3 or 4 years ago. It's about the game development industry. It's called Sweat, Blood, and Pixels, I believe. Yeah, just let me bring it here, guys. I'm gonna show it to you. Just a second, okay? I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna show you that book because it's amazing. Sweat, Blood, and Pixels. Yeah, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So that, guys, that book here, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, is a triumphant, turbulent. What? Okay, I'm ominent. Okay, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. That triumphant. Come on. The triumphant, turbulent stories behind how video games are made. If you wanna enjoy and learn first, then enjoy all the behind the scenes knowledge of making a game, guys. And if you're not in that industry, I've been in that industry many times throughout the past 15 years. All right, not in a AAA studio. I haven't worked in AAA studio or even collabed with a AAA studio. Many of the things that I've collabed in, it was just indies. But being in that industry, even at that small levels that I've been on, gave me an insight into how much it's not a question of the player's enjoyment. You can, even if you're developing an indie game, guys, and you're just one developer by yourself sitting in your studio as me and trying to develop something for your enjoyment, very prominent example for that is the bro that developed a game. I can't remember the name. It was about farming. Okay, it was a Stardew Valley, I think. Stardew Valley. I might be blanking on the name here. But even if you do that, economics must be a factor in the equation. Okay, so when you are on the level of palworld right now, and I'm not following the developers actually situation currently, but I'm thinking, okay, if I was Sony, okay, and I'm behind the BS, would I wanna go in a fight against Nintendo? Just know that there have been many articles talking about how palworld is kinda like a taboo word in Japan right now for many in the tech scene and gaming scene, because they don't wanna get on Nintendo's bad side, and Nintendo hasn't taken a side officially because it's very tricky. How are you gonna take a side right now? If you took a side right now as Nintendo to fight palworld, it might be something here. One, you might want to wait until they're really, you know, until they really cash in, because palworld right now is cashing, but they can cash more. So if you know that someone, it's as looting, guys. You know, if you know that you're gonna capture a monster at some time, you're gonna capture it one way or another. So you just wait until that monster levels up and up and up, and then you slaughter that monster, and then you get the loot. That might be one way to think about it. The other way, simply Nintendo doesn't wanna go on a fight against the huge popularity behind palworld right now. So the way that you do that as a conglomerate, as Nintendo, is you start with a PR campaign. And currently, many PR campaigns, but by the way, starting a PR campaign from scratch is extremely difficult. It needs, first of all, it needs a whole lot of money behind it, because creating virality is a science, and it's a science that has been, you know, it has been a stable science for 20 years now, or 20 to 15 years, 15 to 20 years. So, two ways to start a PR campaign. One, you see the sparks going around, the fumes, and you set them to flame. But there must be first something that can catch on fire. And that, if the major popularity on the internet hated palworld, that was the thing, that could have been the thing that Nintendo can set fire to. But right now, most of the internet is still divided. You can go in and spend more as Nintendo to have the internet bias against palworld, or you can create that animosity by waiting a little bit and working behind the scenes. So that's all just, again, theorizing, guys, and I keep reading an article here, an article there, and as I said, I read a lot of games. This is a lot of books about the whole industry, the AAA industry, and that is one of the books that I can recommend that can give you an insight into that if you want. It's an audiobook also, and it was one of the most books I've enjoyed, because most of the games that are in it, yeah, as you can see, including the stories behind Diablo 3, Destiny, The Witcher 3, Halo Wars, Uncharted 4, Shovel Knight, Star Wars, I don't know what that name is. Sorry, it's 1313, yeah, Star Wars 1313, sorry, and Pillars of Eternity. And there's more, actually. So, yeah, I recommend that book, guys. Okay, let's go back. Okay, and I recommended a book, an amazing book I've read years ago about the gaming industry, called, let's just get that, come on, let's have it again. Yeah. Alright. Come on. Nah, it only took the paperback thing. Ah, annoying. Annoying. Copy. Done. Yeah? Alright. Reply. Closing that. So, thank you so much. Omni-powered Sans. Thank you so much. Alright. Wow, I'm in a YouTube video. By the way, one day this guy is gonna get famous and get so many comments that we won't get special episodes. I think that bro changed his... yeah, that bro is the official paper bag. Yeah, I remember. You see? It's still an official paper bag. Yeah, I remember. Sorry. Okay, so let's just first, yeah, put the thingy here. No, not that. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Again. First, I truly apologize. That was 9 days ago. Wow. About how long it took me this time to reply to the comment and make that video right now, But believe me, as I explain in the video I am making right now, I love replying to the comments like that. Maybe more than playing many video games, and I explain how my mind wanders if not tethered to reality by engaging with you guys and everyone. So I'm not gonna promise, but I'll promise to do my best. So you've changed your YouTube handle to Gamer A1, and alright, Gamer A1. As I typed, I'm not gonna read it again, and as I said already multiple times. So yeah, let's see. Let's have it. I don't promise things that I can't do. By the way, what if I promise something? I know that I'll do it, and I don't bet. I don't make bets. All right, as Muslim, we don't make bets on money. It's haram. Okay, but we can make it like a challenge. Let's make it I love challenging myself. Hey, I play games, so let's make it a challenge. I'm challenging myself to always do that, even if it took me, like you say, you've seen here, 9 days. I'll always make that video, guys, and I'm always gonna reply to you. All right, no matter how many comments I get, I'll find the time. And if I start getting many comments, then I'm gonna make that a daily video. If I start getting many more comments, I'll make that maybe 2 times a day video. And if anything more than that, well, you're just gonna have to wait. but for now, yeah. I'm gonna keep doing that because, again, as I explained, not gonna say it again. So, Ahmed Ragab. Okay, so Ahmed Ragab is, your English actually has improved a lot, and it's going to improve more, hopefully. And this video is different and much better than the previous ones. Oh, really? All right. But this is not the problem. The problem is, how are we going to monetize these things? All right, so let me just do that. Okay, so let's start. Number 1, my English. Again, my English, English is my second language, guys. It's not my first language. My first language is Arabic. And the way that I've learned English actually is not by taking courses. My education is pure Egyptian education. So till college level, actually, I haven't taken any special courses anywhere. Most of the things that I learned on the internet. Even the things that I've built my companies with, and the things that I succeeded at, thanks God, most of them, 99.99999% of them, are free for anyone to learn. So I said, and many of those here in the Middle East and Egypt especially, when they want to start doing something different, shift their careers or something, language is always a barrier for them. That barrier, guys, is not because the language is hard. That barrier because we are afraid to fail. And this is a core pillar of what I'm building that whole experience on. For you even. So, what I'm meaning by that is, I just, before making that video, I just opened the game of Valorant. That was the 8th episode in the series, in the second series of Valorant, where I try every gun, I play every gun to get 36 kills per gun. I'm not changing guns until I get a 36 kills per gun. And while I'm playing, it's been almost a month now. Maybe less than a month since I've started Valorant, maybe. So months, just 1 month. And my knowledge level is miles away from where I started. And when I started, I was documenting the whole thing and releasing it, and you guys can see each and every second of it on YouTube here. And I haven't been afraid or ashamed of that. And I'm letting you know right now that I've done the same with almost everything else in my life. So, in my English, once I got to college, I'm gonna rant a little story here, guys. When I got to college, education levels in Egypt are different and varies from one place to another, and varies depending on how much you're willing to pay. So yeah, I'm coming from a comfortable family, relatively. So, but my education level was the generic one. I haven't gone to any special schools, so that's government education. This is what level of education I was on. So when I got to college, my English was enough so that I can just understand almost 30% maximum of what is being said to me. And we, in college engineering, we learn in English. So the conversation is in Arabic, but all of the terminology are in English. And I remember quite well, in a class, it was one of the first classes in college, and the mathematics professor was explaining an equation, and he just circled some symbols in the equation, and he said, all right, guys, and those are just arbitrary parameters. And he continued, and I was looking around me, and the guys that were around me came from special education. So special education is much more expensive and is considered privileged. So they already could speak English maybe on a level similar to mine right now. And he said that, and I looked around. Did anyone understand what that was? And I'm speaking Arabic, of course. And they all looked at me, yeah? So I asked him, what does he mean by arbitrary parameters? Again, I'm speaking Arabic, not English. So I asked him, so I'm gonna say it in Arabic. حد فاهم يعني ايه arbitrary parameters? So I just said that question in Arabic here, guys. And they laughed at me. Not laughing sarcastically. No, they laughed because they never thought that this was a question. Because they've learned that term, arbitrary parameters, since they were 8 years old, 7 and 8 years old. And I gone back home. Remember, that was before the internet, guys. Okay? So when I got back home, I opened my paper dictionary. I had a paper dictionary. And I opened it, and I kept scrolling through it, trying to find what does arbitrary parameter means. And I couldn't find the meaning. So what do we do back then? That was 2005. What do you do when you want to search for something on the internet? You get dressed, you go out and find an internet cafe. And you sit in, and you work with an internet speed that was almost like a dial-up back then. You can barely download a picture or something. And couldn't find an explanation. It took me almost a year, guys, to understand what arbitrary parameters mean. Because in Arabic, no, not a year, okay? It took me a couple months, all right? But for me, to have my brain consider the term arbitrary parameters and other terminology to be synonymous in my brain with the knowledge of mathematics that I'm quite good at, that took a long time. But I wasn't ashamed or afraid. By the way, in Arabic, arbitrary parameters is oh wow! Now I'm struggling to find the terminology in Arabic, but it's called مصطلحات اعتباطية. مصطلحات اعتباطية, right? معاملات اعتباطية. Sorry. معاملات اعتباطية. Arbitrary parameters is معاملات اعتباطية. I think, but that's what I'm talking about. I wasn't ashamed. So what I've done, guys, back then, and sorry, it's a long rant here. I've started buying novels in English and reading them and translating to myself, listening to music in English and translating from the paper dictionary, watching the whole Friends series. I watched Friends, guys, many times through the years. The first 5 or 6 times that I've watched Friends from start to beginning, because again, that was 2005, so Friends just ended. Friends ended 2004. Every time I watched, I pause. So the episode is what? 20 minutes, 24 minutes, 25 minutes. I pause the episode. as many times as possible. So each time I'm reading, because I was listening and the subtitles weren't in Arabic, the subtitles were in English. I had it in English specifically for that purpose. Especially for that purpose, I pause the video and that word, I don't understand what was just said, and I'm reading, and I go search in a paper dictionary. It took me a few years. By 2009, I was able to listen to audiobooks non-stop without needing to open a paper dictionary. By 2011, I was already working with English as my second language. But the conversation wasn't as good as it is right now. And by the way, right now, for example, when I'm in Dubai for a month, I find it harder to speak Arabic because I'm speaking English most of the time. And here, right now, my English is getting better, not because I'm getting better at it. No, it's because I'm actually talking in English more. So my knowledge isn't increasing. No, my muscles, my tongue muscles are just getting more used to the language, because it's language is again, it's part knowledge, part practice, as any other skill. So yeah, so so that was a long rant I just did there. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to type it all here. All right, so so just you know, if you find the time to watch it, that will be much easier. Okay. So thank you so much, Ahmed. Yeah, I'm gonna now go to the part about the monetization. Guys, I'm not looking for monetization anytime in the past, in the near future. Oh wait, that wasn't official. That was someone else. I thought that was you, bro. Okay, I'm not understanding now. Okay, sorry. I got my wires. I thought that this bro was this bro. Okay, so apparently they're not. So about the monetization thingy. I'm not looking for monetization right away. I'm gonna be lying if I said that don't want monetization. Of course we want monetization. Again, I'd like to have this become one of the major things I can spend my time at. And right now I have the freedom to do what I'm doing right now for many hours, as you guys can see. It's been 2 months now almost, and yeah, actually we're coming on the 2 months milestone soon, because I started mid-December, I believe. And the reason that I'm able to do that is because I'm financially comfortable enough to do that. Okay, guys, I've built 2 companies, thanks God. We've done well, better at finding that time. I'm not an employee. But no one can do that forever without, balancing the equation. So, yeah, but will I have... Hi, Skylar, how are you? But will I have enough runway? I'm streaming, my stream is going amazing, thank you so much. How are you, Skylar? And that, how long of a runway do I have? That's gonna depend on how much you guys are enjoying what I'm doing and how much you're gonna follow. So that monetization thing is not a question for me, it's a question for the viewers. So doing great. I'm doing great also, Skylar. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go and thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. All right, thank you so much, official paper bag man. Yeah. So now let's go for Bingnoid. Bro, you've been helping me so much. You have no idea actually how much that bro here, Bingnoid, helped me. Because he comes on streams often, and he just gives me those tips and tricks, and that helped me a lot. So don't go aimlessly anywhere just because that was Killjoy, yeah? Alright, Urena has a spike. You either support her by going with her and provide firepower, or you enter the site to secure it and bin the enemy. You TB to A, Reyna was left alone on B. Yeah, I don't quite remember that, but I know that I do that a lot. I'm gonna explain what's my thought process in that. No, I'm streaming on Twitch, but I'm hi Skylar. I'm streaming on Twitch, but I'm streaming I'm making a video replying to all of the comments that I'm getting on YouTube. That's something that I do. So yeah, I do that video almost every week. It's been 9 days, sorry, since I've done that. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right now, Skylar. So I think you are too comfortable playing Judge because it gives you kills, and that makes you not play other guns because you are not as proficient with them, because you don't use them and they don't give you kills. The thing is, if you don't use them, you will never get kills with them and learn how to use them. It's a loop and you end up using Judge again. Edit, this comment was made before and you knew about season 2. Disregard the part about guns since you are going to bro, again, I'm just gonna Control V. Bro, you are one of the guys that has my most appreciation throughout that whole Valorant journey. Yeah, I know my thought process leads me to usually overthink where to go in the start, as what happened at 2450. I'll explain that in a rant right now. Hopefully you can find the time to listen to it. So yeah, why again? Because it's something that I keep doing, and I just played Valorant before before going into that video that I'm making right now. And why I do that? It's not only in Valorant, guys. It's something that actually I think it's the same concept and trust in many other games, which is something that's in game theory, which is who's gonna it's a game of chicken, or it's one of the earliest, or one of the, when you start a game theory book, that's a branch of mathematics and psychology and economics. It's called game theory. When you start, it's about John Nash. It's John Nash, the movie Beautiful Mind by Russell Crowe. So it goes like that, guys. It's one of the earliest concepts in the whole thing of game theory, which is, where are they going? Are they going to A or going to B? Or I'm talking about Valorant here. So if I went to A at the first round, now they are thinking, the enemy team is thinking, all right, they went to A that past round. Will this round go to B or go to A? So there is an equation here, but knowing the answer is not guessing. So what I do, and it's a mistake I do many times, by the way, is I think that my enemy is thinking exactly as me and knows exactly as many different concepts of game theory as me. That's a mistake. You need to usually go for the simplest answer, and my brain finds that not easy most of the time. This is purely overthinking. So here is what you usually do if I'm actually competing. Let's assume that I have an esports team right now, and we're actually going to do it. It's exactly the same. Being right, yeah, you know football. It's exactly the same as shooting penalties, right? Where is the penalty taker gonna shoot? Left, right, or middle? This is, guys, is not a guessing game. No. A whole long of history of that player decisions go into making it's not a guess, but a decision. And there is two things, two branches of mathematics here that can, or two concepts of mathematics that can be used. One, it's game theory. Two is Markov chain. But Markov chain, if I want to predict the future, because I know those things in my brain, I try to use them. So I know that I should go with Reyna to help her, but I think that if I should somewhere else, the enemy team will think, oh, something happened there. Okay, so the enemy team is gonna think, oh, because Killjoy is here, is he? I think I'm hearing something behind me. The enemy team will think that because Killjoy is here, Reyna must be here. But Reyna shows first, you see, because you're not communicating. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that I'm usually overthinking doing all that. So yeah, and so that was a long rant. And about the guns practice, you are 100% right. And I think that, and I thank God I reached that decision to make that second series about getting 36 kills per gun, because I can see its benefits. Benefits is like that so clearly right now. I've gone to the frenzy, guys, and when I get pistols, I find myself able to use them because I've struggled with the classic pistol and I've struggled with the shorty. So yeah, that's there, you know, trial by fire is the only way that you can learn, guys. Okay, I've been recording that for what, 36 minutes. I need to pick it up so that you guys don't, you know, find that video or extremely long. If you wanna listen to extremely long videos, just let me know. I can rant for hours. So yeah, here with Neon, yeah, 15 to 10. There is one enemy alive. The spike is on the ground right in front of you, and you activate your ult to hunt for one kill. The enemy Phoenix has gone through defender spawn towards A at least. Skylar, I just sent you my work. Kindly check it and let me know what you think about the stuff. Skylar, I'll try to do that thing, that video where I check all of your guys' work, because not just you, many others have sent me their work also, and I like to check all of that. So I'm gonna do it later. At I think at 53 or 54 followers on Twitch right now. So I made a promise that once I get to 100 followers, I'm gonna check all of your work, guys, and I'm gonna pick one, or I'm gonna do it myself. And because I own a company that does similar things, so I can just task one of my guys or actually do it myself, because I do that work myself. So thank you, but I'm gonna wait until I get to 100 followers before I make a decision on that. So if you're, I think you followed, right? If you followed, though, you have my appreciation. Thank you so much, Skylar. All right. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, the enemy Phoenix has gone through defender spawn towards A at least 3 times by now, I believe. Yet you go P through P main. I would have stay and secure the spike. Your team was looking at A attacker spawn. Yeah. So the enemy only had one way to come to the spike. When a teammate asks for a gun, on the left side of the screen to the right of the agent image, there is a box you can click to buy them a gun. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Hope you find this useful. Again, wow. Again, in replying in that same video, and you again teach me very important info here, because I do want to know how I can buy for them. So that thing about buying for my team, I actually was wondering about. Thank you so much. And about the decision making you explained here. I'm ranting about it right now. So yeah, let's go with the decision making process that Bignoid has explained here. I don't consider myself a genius. Some might, I don't. There is a terminology to explain what a genius is. It's true to some sort, but again, I'm different with it. Or I have my, I have my thoughts about that. I think no, it might not be as accurate. Which is, a normal person thinks A, B, C, D, E, F. A smarter person can skip, so he can go from A to C without actually getting to B. And from C, that was explained in a movie so long ago, and it's accurate to some sort. And a genius can go from A to F without going to B, C, D, E. So, decision making in situations like that in Valorant, it requires either to have laser focus so you don't overthink, as I do, and assess the situation only by the situation's parameters, and then you can reach a decision like that you said there quickly. I don't do that. I can't do that. Even chess. I've been playing chess, guys, since I was 5 years old, by the way. So what? 31 years now. The other way to make such complicated decisions, it's not so complicated, but for me, at that time, when I was playing Neon, again, trying all that considerably, I'm new to it. So the other way to make such a decision is to have most of its elements as muscle memory, which means as muscle memory, which means that I've done it many times that now my brain can attach various concepts fast because he already gone through them so many times. So that you've explained right here, now I can envision it because I've already seen it multiple times. But there are those guys, and I've known those guys. Many of them are my partners because I choose such guys and I can recognize them, who can, in similar situation, assess the situation only by its elements and reach a decision that might seem genius decision, but for them just normal. They took the situation, understood what was in front of them, and got to a decision. I'm not like that. And I don't consider myself stupid for it. No. I consider myself to be familiar with how my brain works. And this is something, guys, that I'll make a video. I have actually a board here, there. And one video that I'm planning for, and it's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna have edits, hopefully, and I hate to use After Effects because I've done that for so long, and I might task one editor to do something with it, or I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna explain how my brain works, because it's not just me like that. Many are like that, but they don't understand how their brain works. I spent years trying to understand exactly how my brain works, so that I don't consider myself a genius when I do things that others see that they were magical, and I don't consider myself stupid. But again, thank you so much for explaining that thought process here, or explaining, you do that because that, and they done that, and that, and that. The only way that I learn such things is by failing in them many times, and forgiving myself for the fail. Even not forgiving, it's not a mistake that I failed, but I know how I learn. So yeah, that was so long rant here. So, GG's buddy, thank you, bro. Lol, it's good to see you improving the 3 kills in first round. Surprised me, you get sorry. Deep BG. Yeah, I was surprised. Also, that was the fade, yeah. Surprise. Also, maybe more than the enemy team themselves. I'm getting used, guys, to when I get multiple kills at a time. I'm getting used to that. When I first learned martial arts, that was years ago also. So I used to do something that was not so good, you know. My coach and my friends actually stopped me many times to just make me notice that mistake that I used to do. It's that when you're in a fight, okay, when I used to get a good hit on my opponent, I used to go back and celebrate. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's something that is because when I first trained martial arts, I trained in karate. That was when I was 11 years old, and I've done it for maybe 3 years or something. So when you do karate, especially in not for real fights, but for tournament fights, when you get hit, you most likely you hear your coach or the ref stopping you. If you follow that hit with another hit, you might get disqualified. So usually it's about who gets the first hit and then, you know, gets back and waits to see what the ref will say about it. And I used to do that, and it got so embedded in my brain that when I started training kung fu and street fights and, you know, kickbox, that was around 18 and 19 years old for me. No, you're trained to finish your opponent. So if you get a hit, and it's a good hit, you follow. You don't stop. You don't go back. No. You get a hit and you follow. You make sure that one hit is followed by other hits and that your opponent have no time to react or that he's on the ground. That is something that in my brain still, no. When I do something amazing or good, that I got the first kill, I'm so surprised that I want to go and collect my thoughts and collect my and go for the again. I'm most comfortable as a tactician, not as a bruiser on the front lines. But it took me years, also in kickboxing and in wrestling and in other types of martial arts, to learn that you don't think about how good was a hit is. You don't think. You keep hitting and you keep executing until your opponent is on the ground. And should activate the same thought process and the same, you know, way of thinking with Valorant. I'm getting there, I think. Not amazing, but I'm getting there. So yeah, what rank is this? So I started only a month ago. So I think it's noob to noob to what? What? Learning though. LOL. Right. That was Omar Khalid, and poorly phrased. Okay, shotguns deal effectively 0 damage at mid to long range. If you like the judge, I'd suggest playing as a controller who can use smokes to force close combat, Omen, Viper, etc. So yeah, discovering that truth in real time right now. But I think, and hopefully, but I haven't gotten better at it enough yet. Yeah, I've actually discovered that, and I think again, by trial and error, as many times as possible till I can. Getting some practice in with every gun is a great idea. I would maybe suggest trying this challenge in solo deathmatch instead of unrated. It will let you spend more time actually shooting, practicing aim, and it won't drive your teammates crazy. I'll be honest, if I saw someone on my team only using a classic in a regular game, I'd assume they were griefing. Actually, you might be right about that. I didn't think about that. the different moods. I mean, not the feelings of my teammates. Because yeah, I know that I'm making my teammates angry. I'm sorry guys, but I'm learning. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I'll try it for the next episode. So I should go on a deathmatch? For sure. Okay, so in the next episode, guys, I'm getting in a solo deathmatch. I'm gonna try it. I have, can't remember how many kills are left on the frenzy, but I'm gonna try it. What's your level now? Mouse gaming. What is my level? Oh, that's in in Palworld. Oh, that was force. Oh wow, that is in Palworld. So in okay, right now I am 24. Yeah, 20 level 24. Hopefully today I get 225. Gonna stream it live in couple hours actually, and let's plug in our Twitch. Our Twitch link is here it is. I can put links right myself, right? Yeah, I think. Love from Indonesia. Thanks for making. Oh, Kahkuk Nikat. So, wow. Love from Egypt, all Indonesia. Hopefully I can send you love from Indonesia soon. I should be there in a few months actually. Yeah, I should go to Indonesia. Again, I'm delaying all of that, guys. I love to watch these vids. Keep up the great work, man. I have seen massive improvement from you. Thank you. That's in Valorant. All right. Amazing, Ace. I hope you enjoy playing this game. I need to tune into some streams sometimes. I would love to teach you some things or give you tips if you want to learn more. I play this game a lot. Wow. Thank you so much for those words. Actually, unfortunately, not unfortunately, I hope I can set a stable schedule. Stable is with P for POC, right? I think schedule for my streams, but right now I can only stream when I get the chance because of my hectic schedule. I am streaming right now and replying to your comment live on stream in the this is the 8th? 7th? I can't remember. Which one is this? I forgot. Which one is it? Which number is this video? Yeah, 7th. In the number 7 special comments video. I'll try and get in another Valorant stream today, inshallah. And let's plug in our Twitch again. Alright. Focusing on aim and movement, that's in Valorant. Alright, focusing on aim and movement is the most important skill for a new lower rated player to learn. Studying how to master these skills is key to learn the game. YouTuber and Radiant coach Woo Hoo Jin has aim and movement guides that are really good. He also has an over aim practice routine that he guarantees will get anyone to gold if they follow it. Alright. Alright. I might actually try that live on stream soon. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll make sure to thank you by name when I do it on stream and a video soon. Thank you so much, Ryan Oval. Ryan Oval, right? Ryan Oval. Right. Why do you have 20 FPS? So yeah, it's because we got in the game quickly. Didn't have time to properly set the Twitch app, so it recorded my whole screen, not from the game itself, and that messed with the output somehow. Still learning that whole streaming thingy. Yeah, I remember that. I'm getting better, guys, and hopefully I'll do this Twitch overlays soon. So what card do you have? Ruby. Yo, Ruby is Zukat, guys. So okay, I have Reno, Megan, Turbo. 2020. Here's my car model, guys. No, I need to edit that. No, edit. You, Zucad. Well, only cause you asked. Missed you on streams those past 2 days. That bro is always, he is always watching the streams and keeping me company. Thank you so much. And we have a comment. I think that's from Egypt. Yeah, that's from Egypt, guys. And it's in Arabic, so I'm gonna translate it to English and I'm gonna reply to it. So the comment is: هو ليه مفيش حد بيعمل comment ولا like ولا أي حاجة ولا أي حاجة. So that's in English is: why are there no comments or likes or engagement on the video or nothing at all? So, and of course that emoji here. And so I'm gonna say my reply in English and then I'm gonna write it in Arabic. So my reply is in English is, yeah, that's it. With any experience like that or any any try like that I'm doing right now, I'm not expecting a whole lot of engagement or a whole lot of viewers or any massive growth early. If I did that, I'll be crazy and I'll keep myself disappointed 24/7. No, I'm doing that because I'm enjoying it. Number one, I do enjoy playing video games. I do enjoy learning. I'm not playing, guys. If I was doing that, only playing League of Legends, by the way, I would have been so angry and disappointed most of the time because I've been playing League of Legends, so I'm not learning anything new. In League of Legends, I can't be trying to learn new tips and tricks in League of Legends. But no, I'm doing that because I'm enjoying learning the new video games that I'm playing. I'm enjoying actually following what the top 90% of Twitch is following. because those are the two. I said that before, guys. I'm picking games from the two top rules in Twitch and Kick, and some of those games I've played. Elden Ring and GTA 5, I've played those, finished them multiple times. But other games I'm trying for the first time, as Teamfight Tactics, for example. So, if I'm gonna chase virality, I can be doing many other things. Again, my companies are in that area, guys. My companies can produce virality. We've done that multiple times. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to share as a pure experience as possible of mine. This is what I'm doing. I'm not trying to become the best viral YouTube gamer ever. No. I'm trying to be as honest and as pure as possible of sharing my experience and myself. So I'm not masking most of my, my personality traits. I'm not doing that. No. I'm showing my personality as it is. I'm not pretending anything that I'm not. I'm not hiding any aspects of my personality. No. I get excited exactly the way that you see me get excited. I get angry exactly the same way that you see me get angry. And I'm sharing that because I'm planning, hopefully, I'm hopeful to do that for the long term, not the short term. Because if I actually want to get any real connection, and not a real connection, no, I want to have a real connection with you guys even in the future. Because I've done that in other languages, Arabic, and I've done that on other platforms, and I'll only be able to share some true concepts of mine and share some serious, talks only if I have a rapport with you. Only if you guys seen me for me, not for what the internet needs me to be. Hopefully I got understood here. So I'm gonna reply to that in Arabic right now. So لما أتمنى بإذن الله يتطلب الموضوع كثيرا من الصبر وقليلا من متابعة التعليقات والتفاعلات. Yeah, that's exactly. Come on. Yeah, here it is. So that has been it, guys. I'm ending the record here, and I'm actually gonna end the stream here also because I'm gonna go pray now. Yeah, it's Maghrib. 4 minutes to Maghrib prayer, guys. So I need to get up and pray in 4 minutes. And I'll be back with palworld. I'm gonna be back on stream in maybe an hour or something. Palworld and Teamfight Tactics. See you then.